Okay, so again, we're going to use this East Harlem layer that we just created as our clipping file, and we're going to use this to clip a portion of the New York City census tract file. Okay, so in order to do that, you just hit Vector, Geoprocessing Tools, hit Clip. Now the input vector layer means the layer that you want to clip from. So remember what we're trying to do here. We're trying to create a file that a layer that has the census tract just for East Harlem, right? So you want to clip from the original New York census tract file, and the clip layer is the layer that you just created that you want to use as the cookie cutter or the clip. So you hit East Harlem, then you want the output shapefile here. Just hit Browse and choose a name for it. So in this case, let's call it East. Move this here. Let's move this here. East Harlem census tract. Okay, hit save, and hit OK. Now it says input CRS layer. You just don't worry about hit this, just hit yes and hit OK and hit close. So now you see that we've created. Now you see what we have now. We have two layers. One for for census tract just in East Harlem, and then the East Harlem Community District. Okay, so now let's add use the East Harlem census tract clipping file again to clip the facilities just in East Harlem, because we don't care about any of these facilities along the edges, right? Because all we want to analyze is just East Harlem. Okay, so let's do the same procedure, but instead of the census tract input file, we're going to use the facilities input file and then use the East Harlem clipping file to create our facilities layer. So let's, well, we can keep this on there. Okay, so remember, go to Vector, Geoprocessing Tools, Clip. Now the input layer this time is the facilities layer, right? But we're going to use the clip layer is still going to be the East Harlem clip layer. Hit Browse. We're going to save it as, okay, Marcus. Then we're going to save it as East. Move this out of the way. Facilities. Okay. Hit save. We'll say OK. Now it's slowly clipping these facilities. Again, it gives me this error message. Just hit yes. Hit close. See, now you see what we have here now, right? So we've used this as a clipping layer, and we see now the only facilities we have are within this East Harlem layer, which is the only thing we're interested in anyway, right? So we've gotten rid of all this messy stuff in this area. I'll show you. Okay, we've got rid of all the messy stuff, and all we have now are facilities within the East Harlem area that we're interested in. Now we can make our map. All right, so in order to do this again, let's remember how to create the symbology for this layer. Let's right click on the East Harlem facilities file that we just created, click on properties, click on new symbology, yes, okay, graduated symbols, and remember what we used the agency open date as what we were interested in doing. Hit classify, use red to yellow, classify again, and then we were going to relabel everything, right? So the range for this is going to be from 1 to 8, and the label will be from 2001 to 08. And then the range will be here again 90 to 90. I'm sorry, 90 to 99. And then the label will be 90 to 99, and this one will be 80 to 89, and then the label will be 80 to 89. This will be 70 to 79. This will be 70 to 79, and then this will be 1910 to 69, right? 10 to 69, and this will be 10 to 69. Okay, and then we were going to create different symbols for this, different sizes for these dots, right? So for the youngest ones, we'll keep it as the smallest dots. Hit OK. The next youngest ones will, the next oldest ones actually will go 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, hit OK. Now there we go. So we see that within East Harlem, in terms of the number of social services facilities, we have a lot of young facilities that were opened between 1990 and 1999, and we only have a few facilities that were open before that. So let's zoom into this and really analyze this, okay? So you can see that, again, only very few facilities were open between 1910 and 1969. And you can see where these facilities are located, okay, within East Harlem. All right. And we have our nice map now of East Harlem and the facilities, social service facilities within East Harlem.